You got, I got the other long cord. It's right there in that plastic pack.
I know I'm gonna laugh at it. Oh, it's live now?
Yeah.
Oh, we're live now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're live?
We're live.
Oh God, we're live. Hey everybody, it's Saturday and it's the
We're not
third
recording the cameras yet.
No, they're live.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
on.
okay.
What's the purpose?
Excuse me, let's try this again.
Yes. I'm sorry.
No, what did I say? Hey y'all, it's Saturday and it's the third Saturday. So it's show talk time and we're here behind the scenes. We're getting set up for a special production and
with Rellic Media.
Rellic Media.
And y'all can't see them, although Terrell with the blue jeans and white t-shirt just walked past.
His
Yeah,
hand
that's
is
his
in.
hand. Hey.
Everybody say hi to Terrell.
And we have his partner, the amazing Christopher.
Hold up, I'm not amazing.
No.
Okay, let's start. Let's start.
Don't interrupt us again with behind the scenes.
So hi everybody, this is the third Saturday, so you know what time it is. It's Shout Talk, and we are here with Rellic Productions and the
amazing Terrell that's right here
Rellic
assisting
Media
me.
assisting us with our mics and setting us up for our production. Our first production.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
It's pretty
Jack,
cool.
one.
Push hers a little bit closer to hers. Need to be a little closer.
Yeah, don't you feel
Tighten
like
it up
you
a
have
little
a
bit.
raw?
Tighten it up on the side a little bit.
Well, which
Bree,
one?
have you a raw?
Yeah, that's fair.
I have a raw.
So it's not. So
I have a raw.
yeah.
I can't sing to him.
It's
Go ahead.
tight.
Push it a little bit further.
It's tight.
I'm singing to
On
you.
second thought.
What?
Yeah, so it's gonna be an exciting show, what you think?
Right.
I definitely know it's going to be an exciting show, and I just want to say thank you in case you forget to do it to the production company Rellic Media with both Terrell and Christopher.
Oh, I know what we can do.
That sounds good.
Before we actually get started, you can actually do one of your announcements.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first announcement, you know, we always give y'all what's going on up and coming in the DMV area and just other areas. So the first announcement, this upcoming Monday, we have a group on Facebook called Walk With Me Baltimore, and they will be meeting up at Cromwell Valley Trails at the Nature Center.
Cromwell Valley Trail.
Okay.
But it's okay. I mean,
Meet her at the
Semantics.
well that's at Crom, in front of
Right.
Nature Center.
I'll be there waiting for you.
But as always, you know, we in the replay recap, we will post all of this. Also on April the 22nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., Grace Medical Center, formerly known as Vaughn Secours Health Systems, will be having a community day and health fair, and yours truly, me, will be there with a table, and some of my team members. We will be providing awareness and preventative measures along with education as it pertains to the opioid epidemic and overdoses. Once you receive the education, which comes directly from me, you will receive the Locs kit. And that, bring your kids because they have a marching band that's going to be there.
Ooh.
They also have face painting, so I hope I can get up from the vendor's table and go get my face painted. They have a bouncing gym, free foods. So I know everyone loves that. And if you do not have health care, you want to come because we have an organization that's called DECO that's actually there on site. They will sign you up for medical assistance, and within 30 days, you will receive a letter letting you know if you're eligible. If so, you're already activated, so you can start receiving health care, and you can get like diabetes testing, high blood pressure, HIV, and all of that. And if you have items to shred for free, they will have several trucks there. Bring your items to shred.
Where is that? Because I have a bunch of stuff to shred.
At Grace Medical Center at 2000 West Baltimore Street. Again, it's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the cost is free, just a little bit of time and patience.
Yeah, and all that information will be in the recap again
Yes.
as well, right? Okay. All right. Awesome.
So, let's get started with this show. Hello, I am Dr. Nicole.
I'm Wanda.
And I am Bree. Bree, the Juice Lady.
And this is Shop Talk.
So as always, you know, we like to bring the people wellness and just other various information. So today we're going to be talking and discussing the importance of juicing and what are the benefits, not only for regular people, and I say regular people because I will be coming from the perspective of the bariatric surgery recipient community, and I don't think they get included a lot when we're discussing healthy topics.
Right.
Okay, that's amazing. And I'll actually be asking the questions on behalf of the viewers who may not have ever juiced before. You may want to know the benefits of juicing in comparison to using a blender, and there is a difference. So our expert here will be able to tell you all about it.
Hello everyone, I am Bree, the Juice Lady, here on this great show that we bring health, wellness, and mental openness to the people, to the community, trying to help and assist in any way we can using our gifts and talents. Today I'm coming to you, I'm also a hairstylist as well, but today I want to focus on juice, cold pressed juice. My business is Juice Whirl Cold Pressed Juice. I am a local mobile juice bar here in Baltimore, Maryland. And today we're going to talk about some benefits of juicing, the ways to juice, the difference between juicing and smoothies, and we're going to get into making some juice as well.
Okay, so Josephina here.
Josephina,
Okay.
All right. So this juice, the juice that I have is called. This is it's many types of juices. You have masticated juices. You have centrifugal. And the difference is only the speed. You know, a lot of times your centrifugal juicers are they move fast, which brings a lot of more oxygen, and to put more oxygen in your juice. Because a lot of people say, I bought a juicer, off Amazon. Not saying Amazon don't have good juices, because, it's just good to pretty much, shop around for what you want. And, so I'm going to talk about that later when we stand up and start juicing. You can just put it right back over there. It's the specimen. Alright, so centrifugals are upright juices. They pretty much move fast. They're for a person that probably don't have time to slow juice, which takes a little more time, but you get more nutrients in your juice. Now, my juice at Anama, it's a centrifugal. It stands upright, but it's still a slow juicer. So you still get the nutrients and the things that you need from your fruits and vegetables. It juices it to the point where your pulp is dry, bone dry. I'll show you that later. So that lets me know that it's getting every nutrient, every structured part of that H3O2, which is structured water out of that fruit or out of that vegetable and all that fiber, and during that process is breaking it apart. So fiber is good for us, but it's not really a nutrient. It's more of a way. It's needed. Because our bodies are designed to remove waste. Like it's like a system that we carry within our body. This digestive system is connected to each and every organ. So when you putting food in, it should be coming out. If it's not coming out, it's letting us know that we're dehydrated or what have you, or with many other things that could be going on with your colon as well. But structured water and fiber, it breaks apart during the juicing process, and it assists each other in your digestive tract to go through and clean all that waste, and it also hydrates. So you will start feeling a boost of energy. You helping with building your immune system. You will start seeing your skin clear. Your eye whites will be white without less specks and things like that. It's just a life changer. It kills inflammation. I can go on and on about what it does, but this juicer is really good because you don't have to do too much. You just throw the food, the vegetables and stuff in there, and it do it for you. So
that was actually one of my thank you for that, because I think you pretty much summed up the whole show, and just that alone. But what I was going to ask, and you actually answered it by talking about, and I'm sorry, what was this? What kind is this?
It's called Nama J2.
Nama J2, and she'll also have that in her recap as
Right.
well. But one of my first questions to you was actually going to be, do you recommend a certain type of juicer, or are all juicers created equal?
I mean, they not all created equal, but you do have some more high priced ones that are better quality, and then you have some that are on the lower end. That the only difference will be is the oxygen that would come because it's moving so fast. Anything that's moving fast and heat is created, you kind of killing off a little more than if you slow juice and you just allowing it to break apart and turn into the juice form. But yeah, I mean, I pretty much how I started. I just did what was in my budget at the time. I'd rather you do it and don't do it.
Right.
Even if you do have a cheaper juicer, okay, just still use it because you still giving yourself something to thrive from.
So from the perspective of the bariatric surgery community, most persons, when they're first out of bariatric surgery, they cannot eat solid food, so they're on a clear liquid diet. Is juicing safe for a bariatric person as it pertains to nutrients? And if so, could you explain? Because I know most of my wellness community are weight loss recipients, such as myself, a bariatric surgery, and or they're going through the process, like my mom is going through the process now. So just so they know some other nutritional support.
Yeah, definitely, because I know is that the bariatric diet is kind of limited to certain things, like no low cholesterol, which is good, but no sugar and no raw food like raw vegetables, fruits, some meats because it's hard to chew, or but juice is good because even though you're in that process of healing, or even just after the surgery is over and living your life, you still have to get your nutrients in at the end of the day. So drinking it is real good because you're not taking that energy to chew it. You don't have to worry about it digesting. It goes directly to the cells and nourish your body. Yeah. So I do recommend it for bariatric patients.
So I see a lot of people on social media, different social media platforms that encourage or promote people using juicing as a meal replacement. Are you able to do so, and if so, how?
Yeah. So you have like juice. You can either do juice fast, or you can just juice. You can do water. You can be a watertarian or a fruitarian. Mainly it starts with the mindset. At the end of the day, the body not craving food. It's craving nourishment and fluids for it to be hydrated. That's what it really wants. Like appetite is what make us want the food that we eat. But at the end of the day, with juicing, you can use it as a meal replacement. You can juice. Like I done did a 15-day fast. I didn't eat anything. I was just drinking juice. So it's like being as though the body is not craving the appetite we have, but you still nourishing your body with what it needs. So when you giving it what it needs, it's definitely it might be better than when you would eat.
And I can see that as well, because just looking at the fruits that you have in front of us, and is celery a fruit or vegetable? No, is it a fruit? Celery's a fruit or vegetable?
Okay.
You know what? Listen, I done forgot. I'm not,
Because some of them are
because
like
eggplant I always thought was a vegetable, but it's actually a fruit.
Now, I do know that celery is water.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, because they use it for diuretics.
Right.
Yeah.
It actually is a diuretic because it's all water. And they call that the broom of the intestine. So that goes through.
You seen that thing stripped through before?
Good gracious.
TMI.
But it's good though, because you definitely, it definitely helps your colon. You drink it, like if you get a gallon of celery juice and do it for a week. Well, Nicole, because you get the, actually what I'm making today, the Sweet Kiss is, no, this not Sweet Kiss, this Hydro Boost, but it got some of the same. It got celery, apple, but it's pineapple. This is pear. So, still, the celery, it boosts you. It gives you a boost, and you cleanse, believe me.
So basically when we start to juice, and we're doing it the proper way. You know, you're not adding all the extra sugars and, you know, all these other additives that you shouldn't be adding in there, because that takes away from the nutritional value. But basically what we're doing is having a garden in a cup.
Right.
That's what I like to call it, because when you're talking about meal replacement, that's exactly what it is. That is your meal.
Right.
When you juice and you actually drink it, that is your meal.
And it's wild because once you, like, when you drink it, and like after you, that first cleanse, after that, your body start getting used to that, you know, to the juice. Cause it's like it's cause it's getting what it needs, you know, so it start, you get the urge to chew, cause we gotta chew, you know, but as far as nourishment, your body is pretty cool.
I do know that when I juice, because I do intermittent fasting with the juicing, and I always get my juice directly from you, so thank you for that. I noticed two things. The first thing I noticed is once I finish my juice intermittent fast, and I try to put my favorite, which is Royal Farm chicken wings, back in my body. Remember I told you how jacked up I was? So don't do that.
Don't do that.
Once you, because you're actually detoxing all the impurities out of your body. That's what I love about going to the spa as well. Once you cleanse those toxins out of your body, and they tell you don't put alcohol into your body. It's the same thing once you've gone through the juicing phase. But my question, as we're discussing that part of it, is a two-part question. First part is there a difference between natural fruit versus frozen fruit?
Okay.
And the other part of that is, I'm sorry, I stole it. Bam, finally. Normally she takes my question.
Right.
And the second part of that question is because I see a lot of people doing trending, and I'm not a proponent of doing trending things.
Okay.
Is there an improper way of juicing? If so, if you could just explain that to our viewers so that they're more conscious about who they're following for us juicing.
Now, the first question, we'll say that again, Nicole.
Is there a difference between natural, I'll say it this way for the viewers, frozen versus unfrozen?
Yeah. Well, frozen fruit, it still has its nourishment, it's just frozen. Because sometimes I buy fruit and just wash it real good and put it in the freezer. You know, you can always use it. So it still locks in that nourishment value, you know. So, but as far as juicing, I would use fresh because, you know, it's fresh and all that fluid will come out. When it's frozen, it might, but it'll turn more into a, you know what fresh jam look like? Yeah, it'll look like that. You'll get some juice, but it's more of that. Yeah.
So the crystallizing of the frozen fruit, as it pertains to the sugar content in it, does not create any harm in the juicing process.
No.
So that was a question from one of my TikTok viewers. So there's your answer. You can use your frozen fruit.
And I just wanted to go back for a minute, just so you all know, we are not doing Royal Farm commercials here. So that is a disclaimer. We do not give free advertisement. If you want that advertisement, give us a call. Shop Talk.
Or you can email us at 123shoptalk@gmail.com.
Right.
Good point. Good job. So another question about the fasting.
I have a question too.
Yeah,
I forgot the part two. What was that again? Sorry. The part two to the other question.
Is there a right or
wrong way
to
of
actually juice?
Adding all that extra stuff. I mean, not saying add extra stuff because some people do put like spirulina, moringa, you know, your mushroom powders. You know, some people just drink it with that instead of buying coffee. You know, they just drink it with that. But just when you start adding water and, you know, because I done been to a few juice bars and they say they try to go to the water. And I'm like, you putting water in it? Like, or ice? Who does it? Give me it regular, you know, because you watering it down. Why put that water with perfect water? No, I just want the perfect water, and that's what helps do what it's supposed to do. So, adding that and sugars and all of that.
Yeah. Now, I always thought if you're going to add all that additional stuff, like the yogurts, which I know they don't recommend you do with juicing, the water, the excess syrups, the powders, and all that
alcohol,
stuff, then it's better if they're actually gonna use a blender and make the smoothies or the puree it and things like that. The other question that I had was basically about what types of fruits and vegetables do you recommend for a juicer as opposed to a blender?
The blender I would do frozen. I mean, you can still do fresh, but frozen is good. You know, I mean, a banana, which wouldn't be frozen, but as far as because I do a lot of berries in the blender. But juice and fresh vegetables. If you can do organic as much as you can, especially with the dirty dozen, the ones that the skin is hanging out. You know, a lot of times those things we have in pesticides and stuff in it. But it is markets that you can go to that have fresh vegetables.
Now, even when you said berries, berries aren't recommended to put into a juicer either, right?
You can juice berries, but you just won't get a whole. If you do juice berries, get the fresh ones. You know, they don't bring forth a lot of juice, but they do bring forth juice.
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't be one, because you think about, I can just look at certain fruit and I'm like, the water content in that actual fruit is probably not going to be as much as if I use an apple.
Right.
You bite into an apple, you're going to get nothing but juice. You peel an orange, you're going to get nothing but juice. Right. Do you think, I'm always thinking about rule of thumbs, do you think it would be a good rule of thumb, the harder the fruit, the better the juice?
In some cases, yeah. Especially with
I'm
apples.
going to coin that. The harder the fruit,
the
better the juice, honey.
Even he said the harder the fruit, the better the juice.
But it's true, right? It's simple, but it's true.
The harder the fruit, the better the juice.
You know you wanted to use it. You're mad you didn't think of it first. But go ahead anyway.
Because if you put celery that's not crispy it'll wrap around and then you gotta pull it out because it's stringy, you know. Right. But when it's crispy, it crunches up and do what it has to do. Apples, when it's not hard enough, they start foaming. You get a lot of foam in it, you know, because it's soft. So and they get mushy. You know,
Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question for me, because with the high cost of food, especially healthy food and that fruit, how cost effective is juicing, realistically?
Just find a good market. I go to a lot of the fresh markets. You get better because you can pick your own fruit and they weigh it. So, you know, I done been nice places where you can get 20, 25 apples and you like $3.99.
So when you say fresh market, for the people that do not know what a fresh market
like
is.
a market that like up here, up in Pikesville. Okay. Up in Pikesville, you have a market, it's called Sunfresh. You know, so you go in and all your vegetables are out, you pick it, and when you go bring it up, they'll weigh it. You know, so you're not paying for a bag of 8 apples, $5.99. You going up there, you can probably get like 15 apples for under $4. You know, and they don't have all those pesticides and all that waxy skin. You know, so you know the difference.
How about even the farmers markets?
Farmers markets
and things
definitely.
like that.
Yeah.
You made me forget my question.
I didn't say anything to you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I know what my question was. Sorry, guys. My actual question was, once you have done the juicing, do you recommend freezing? Do you recommend refrigerating? Or is there a certain amount of time from juicing that you should actually have that drink it and actually have it go through your system?
Like with juice, it's good to have jars that can seal it tight. Like if you seal your juices tight, they can last up to about 30 days, 25 to 30 days if you don't open it. Now if you keep opening it, you gotta drink it because it gets weak. It don't go bad, it just get weak. So long as you can seal tight it, put it in the freezer if you're not going to consume it within them 7 days. And, you know, and that'll just seal in all the nutrients.
So is there a formula to the fruit and vegetable ingredients to the juicing? Because I see people that go live and they're doing juicing and they have all this fruit and vegetable and it's like they're just making a gumbo juice. And I'm like, well, what's the purpose? Because to my understanding, juicing has a purpose, which is why I don't have the patience, first of all, to do it myself.
For this content. folks who are just out there trying to.
Yeah, for
do video.
content. Yeah, it's video.
Right,
Yeah.
so what we attempt to do here at Shop Talk is remove one myth, two, to dispel incorrect information that's been disseminated with a lot of things because people now I see are taking notice to not just the outer being of their body, but the internal being, and like you said, waist in, waist out, and especially when I talk to people and they're like, I'm looking at their stomach and it's totally distended, you know, and sometimes the touch is hard, and I'm like, well, are you having regular BMs? And they'll tell me that they've only had maybe 1 or 2 BMs, and I'm like, but it's 7 days in a week, and I know when I see you, you're eating at least 2 times.
That's
like,
crazy.
where do you think that rest of that food that you consumed is
Sitting
going
there.
to? And again, whenever I do intermittent juicing, I notice I totally detox. I don't even want to say it because I hate when we discuss it, but
What?
my intestines.
The intestine.
Oh my God.
I was gonna say you need
I shouldn't have asked.
I
that
had to
question.
look
the
this
colon
up.
therapy, boys and girls.
Nicole
Oh my
cannot
God.
stand this picture.
So this is a healthy colon.
Yes. And if you can
And
see,
those,
I know our viewers can't see, but it's labeled off to show you what is connected to these different parts of your colon. Like some parts is connected to blood sugar balance, your bladder, for the males, their testes, kidneys, adrenal glands. They're just showing you that your colon is a major, your colon is very, 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 it's vital. And it's like you really have, and these pictures on the other side are obstructed colon. So these are colons that probably have parasites and things like that. So it's important, you know, and the older we get, we really have to take care of our body. You know, it's not, for me, it's not about content, because at the end of the day, I mean, juicing is not, I mean, it can be a $1 billion business, but really, it's more about helping people for me, you know, because I know what it feels like to have an ulcer. I know what it feels like to, you know, your bowels dry, you're not going to the bathroom on a regular basis, you know, and and it helped me. Along with colonics, along with diet, and along with exercise as well. So, you know, it goes hand in hand. You know, anytime you can heat your body up so it can release toxins like sweat, poop, or, you know, stuff like that, always do it, because those things are keeping you away from being sick and carrying, you know, diseases like cancer and stuff like that.
Hey girl. But yeah, so you were just talking about the P word, poop.
Yeah.
And we all do it,
Yeah.
and a lot of times people don't like to talk about it. There are people out there, and just as you said, who don't have regular bowel movements. I'm sorry, poop. And when they
Doing that to annoy. She does things.
but yeah,
see.
so it's just fun to say. Say it with me, poop.
Poop.
Bowel move.
Poop.
Bowel move.
Anyway, but as I was saying, there are some people out there who it's normal for them to actually have 2 to 3 bowel movements a week, and regardless of what they do to their body, that doesn't change. Do you think that if these people were to, first of all, change their diets, because that's the one thing they don't talk about, change their diets and maybe get into juicing more, would this be something that could promote better digestive systems?
For sure, because, you know, you moving was blocking your intestine from getting the nourishment, and then while it's moving out, the juices, you know, the nourishments and the vitamins and the enzymes from the juice is nourishing your intestine. So you get in a win-win situation, cleaning and nourishing, pretty much.
Now, along with the juicing, the nourishment, the proper rest, things like that, do you recommend any exercise that are actually going to get everything flowing the way that it should as well?
I can go to the gym for 30 minutes or 20 minutes on the elliptical, and then probably 10 minutes doing some other little things in the gym. This says sweat. That's what it is for me. Sweating, because when I leave out of there, I feel good. You know, that helps, and that's showing you that you're releasing toxins out of your body that's weighing you down.
So what exercise do you actually recommend? Like if for those viewers who may not have a gym membership, anything that they can do at home?
You can walk, stretch. You know, different stretches are how walking. If you got a dog, walk your dog. You know, make it a habit every day at a certain time. Walk your dog a certain distance.
You had me.
Not the dance, not the dance. Walk the dog.
Yeah,
no,
don't do that dance.
Walk the dog.
Take the hill, walk that hill with the dog. Walk and come back down.
I'm gonna get it and then I'm gonna post the video. But let's go back to
Yeah,
my favorite
walking,
one. No, I don't.
dancing.
You lost me. Well, dancing,
Yeah,
yes, but I'm gonna go back to the stretching.
Skating, stretching, yeah.
So I'm all about the easier parts of things.
Yeah,
And
stretching is good.
not that I don't enjoy the other ones, but for our persons that have suffered strokes or other medical issues, or persons like myself right now, I'm healing from a torn meniscus, I highly would recommend just starting out stretching, because that's the #1 opening and ending to any fitness regimen that you have. So is there any way you could just kind of show them maybe 2 to 3 easy stretches?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, well, no, I don't want to say.
We can see. You know what? Can we get one?
I nominate Terrell.
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 We need a volunteer.
We need a volunteer from the audience.
I'm gonna tell you.
What are y'all looking to do?
Just 2 to 3 stretches so that we can stay seated.
No, y'all can stretch.
All right, I just come up and do a fold and this something.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
So I just want to say for the record,
Yeah, we just
the
wanna be
person
able to-
Tyrell that we asked to help us out declined very nicely.
He declined.
So I don't want anybody on my platform saying that we do not include men, because we do. They just tell us no, like we never go shopping.
That was his way of saying, I respectfully decline.
Right.
All right. So some basic little stretches. You know, a lot of people sit a lot. I'm on. Am I?
No, you go.
Oh, okay. A lot of people sit a lot, so the lower back be tight. So I just recommend this folding forward. You know, taking all your weight and go down. And if you can keep your feet flat on the ground, that'll help, because you start feeling like.
You have to get the camera. You gotta get in view.
Oh,
Thank you
okay.
for giving me that pride.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad.
that was cool.
So which direction? Right here. I'm trying to get connected on the cameras too, y'all.
Come on, this one right here. I'll zoom out a little bit.
Oh, like that. Okay.
There we go.
So folding your body, and stretching as much as you can, and try to keep your feet flat, so you can feel those, because a lot of times our legs be tight. I know when I get up in the morning, my legs are tight, my lower back is tight, so I just stretch out, and always come back up slow. Don't yank yourself back up. So then you have some other ones. You can stretch your arms for those that have upper neck tight. You can pull your arms over. I know y'all hear my bones.
We weren't going to say anything.
And then always count to 30, or as long as you can go. If you can count to 10, count to 10. 15, count to 15.
I am going to urge the viewers, please do not follow people that you see stretch over 60 seconds. You are overdoing that. You can do it repetitiously, but your stretch should not be for 2 minutes.
Right.
Even the chiropractor actually recommends 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
To hold it all of your stretches for 30 seconds.
And also too, you can do the stretch your legs. We use our legs a lot. And I'm gonna be honest, like I'm 44. You be on your legs 44 years, 50 years, 60 years. They wearing out. Your legs gonna wear out. You're gonna have issues with your legs, especially if you work standing up, you walk every day. So just lifting that one leg and stretch it. And you want to feel it up and down in front of your thigh. And if you can, pull it back. Do what your body allows you to do. Like Nicole said, don't follow, other people. Because I did, and I hurt my patella muscle.
I'm so glad you said that, even with stretching. So thank you for that. So for our viewers that are just starting their body movement journey, which is fitness, I replace the word fitness and workout with body movement. Find something fun. You want to make sure you're stretching, even if you're just walking.
Right.
Make sure you stretch before and after. And actually, I encourage everyone stretching before you even stand up from that bed or wherever you rest at. If you slept on the sofa, when your feet get flat on the floor, just stretch your arms. It actually gets the blood flowing, and it wakes the body up. You don't send the body into shock. And active breathing. Breathe through the nose, out through the mouth.
And the other thing that I would suggest, since we're talking about stretching, for those of us who may not have good stamina, who may not be able to stand on one leg, lift in the other, things like that, you can use a chair.
Right.
And you'll be surprised how much of a workout just using a chair can be for you. So it's not just for dancing.
She's always shady to me. Shady. So the viewers are my witness. Why did you look at me when you said dance?
I just said dancing.
Do you dance? Yeah. I guilty much, but dancing. Next, we're gonna move into the fun part. I'm not gonna argue with her live. I'll do that off the scene and just post her response to me. But dancing and chair fit, there's actually a format called chair fit. So again, what we pride ourselves on doing with Shop Talk is giving options. I like when people have options because you get to choose your method of fun. And my whole motto is find your fit and rock it and have fun. So I do stuff that's fun. And yes, I am a dancer. In my mind.
I still won't get the shoes and boots.
Oh, I thought you was talking about these, because these is lovely.
Yeah, they cute, but I'm talking about those exercise
Oh,
boots.
the bounce boots. Yeah,
I'm talking about them exercise boots.
So the bounce boots.
The bounce boots, yeah.
So putting the body movement with also changing the mindset, because whenever you implement any type of wellness, it has to start with your perspective within the mind. You have to mentally be open and receptive to it.
Right.
What are some tips you can give to people that are on the fence about doing anything different for their wellness?
First, you just gotta make it up in your mind. You know, a person can give you all the advice in the world, but at the end, you have to make the decision. Like, if you know that you stiff and you know that you're not going to the bathroom properly, and you know that you have ailments that you need to solve, yes, take your medicine, go to the doctor, but also take care of yourself too, because it is remedies out here that can help you, that's natural. So just making it up in your mind that, you know what, I'm going to do this. And start small. It's not something that you have to go rush and buy a juicer. Like, you have a lot of people, as well as myself, there's a lot of other people out here selling juices as well. Yeah, they have juice for you, so they can assist you. And then when you do get to a point like me, I'll push people to get juices, to do it for yourself, because you will really see the benefit when it's in your house, because you're doing it yourself. Then you can expose your family to it, You'd be surprised. Like, my daughter, she 14, she like it, she drink it. She ain't gonna drink it every day. It's not gonna be something she gonna go in the refrigerator and be like, I'm gonna take some juice. But if I give it to her, she'll drink it because she know what it's for. So, just making it up in your mind what you want to do with your health, then taking the necessary steps to get into that point. It might not be juicing. I'm just here to say juicing is a good way. But whatever way it is, just make sure you clean it out. That's it. And whatever is going in must come out. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think there are definitely many, many pathways, many highways leading to good health. Juicing is definitely just one of them. So it was good that you mentioned that. And it was good that you said changing the mindset, because there's so many people. You might start juicing today because you're getting on the craze, which means you're not really doing it for yourself. You're doing it because the results that you've seen in other people. I think it's also important to add the fact that just because you don't see immediate results, that doesn't mean that something isn't happening on the inside, right? It has to start there first before you can even see the effects of what your body is doing on the inside. reflect on the outside.
Right.
For those people who say, if I juice for 10 days, how much weight can I expect to lose? What would you say to those people?
And I can't even answer because everybody different. You know, it's like everybody diet is different. You know, you've been that way, I don't know how many years, you know, so we would have to really talk about how long you've been dealing with this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Find things to help you quicker. But I'm gonna be honest, 30 days, you can find 30 days with medicine, 30 days with vitamins, so always give it 30 days. One thing I can say, Juice, you will automatically see the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Not see the difference, you will feel the difference.
Right.
Then when you start feeling the difference, get another habit that's good. Fixing your diet. Then get another habit, exercise. That's when all of that stuff will start working hand in hand. And then you will start seeing your weight loss because you detoxing and you removing toxins out your body. So, you know, and
So-
with your weight, you'll be able to balance your weight.
So I'm looking at this fruit and I'm a little hungry, y'all. But I can't leave and go get my favorite. I won't say it. So I see a lovely pear that I really could have took a bite out of and just turned it, y'all, and been none the wiser. I see a pear, apple, and celery. So not to rush you, but
Oh, we about
can
to
you
juice
stop?
it.
Okay, so while she's set up, I just thought I'd
Right.
push ahead. While she's setting up, we have some other announcements that's actually going on. My first announcement is after this segment coming up on May the 20th, we will be having Miss Marcia Cephus, the realtor, because it is so important that we understand the housing from a buying a home perspective market. So we'll be having her as a guest to talk to us, educate us, and even offer us some resources. Also,
Can I also add to that?
see,
So-
she does that all the time to me.
I said I'm sorry.
Sorry
That's right up
doesn't
there.
make it okay.
That's right up there with when people say, with all due respect.
Oh,
Okay. Proceed. I'm gonna be the nicer one. Proceed.
With all due respect, sorry. So she mentioned that Marcia Cephus was going to be here, and she's with Expo
Yes.
EXP Realty. And before the show, if you have any questions that you want to submit to us prior to the show, anything that you want to ask about real estate, anything you might want to ask about buying, selling, what sort of market it is, getting into real estate, anything. If you have any questions, please submit them to either of us prior to the show. And can you just announce again the date for that actual show?
The date will be May the 20th, of course, live via YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at 4:30 p.m. Also coming up, date and time and location to be determined. Myself and fellow co-hosts sitting here next to me will be resuming pop-up outdoors body movement, and we're really waiting for the weather to pan out. Like today here, it said it was 75 degrees outside, and then a beautiful little hail started, like, and
Nice little storm.
lightning, and it was raining hard. So we really want people to get up, come out, enjoy the weather, and have some fun body movement. My favorite platform to teach is Polynesian style dance fitness, so better known as hot hula fitness. So please make sure you're following us and stay tuned for that. And again, when we do things, it costs you nothing but commitment and time. Also, as you know, I am your Crown 2021 Curves and Confidence Queen. So coming up in October, location, date, and time to be determined. I am looking forward to passing over that crown. So those are just some amazing upcoming events that we have, and the most important event is with our Protect Our Girls campaign. For those of you who participated and follow us, on the 8th of this month, correct, we did Protect Our Girls campaign stand down. So please, again, make sure you're following the Protect Our Girls campaign page on both Facebook as well as Instagram, because more opportunities to show your support and help the founder, who is my fellow co-host, Ms. Wanda Reed, raise awareness, provide preventative information, as well as various resources. There is a hotline that she has been running for a very long time. I will let her give her hotline number when she's off schedule. I am on schedule. My hotline number is 443-306-1805.
And my, excuse me, I need the juice. My hotline number, is 929-543-8762. That's 929-543-8762. And I also wanted to add that we will be coming to any city that we are welcome into, and even if we're unwelcomed, so you can expect to see us. But if you would like us to come to you, please again reach out to me via that phone number or to Dr. Nicole with the phone number that she has provided as well.
Y'all see these beautiful apples? I'm trying to listen to you, but I keep, it's the crisp crunch I'm hearing, and I can smell it. It smells really good. So again, as always, the whole purpose of Shop Talk is one, to have organic dialogue with one another. As always, we do not discuss these topics prior to this show because we want it to be totally 100% authentic, but it is to provide education and healing through one discussion at a time. So if you have any topics that you would like us to discuss, you can email us at 123shoptalk@gmail.com. And I saw that fly over here, but I just wanted to go over there and go. They mess with me a lot on the show. I'm glad I had 2 other witnesses now.
So in preparation for juicing, we see that you're doing something with the apples. Can you tell us what you're doing with the fruit before you prepare?
Yeah, well, all the fruit is clean. Decoring the apple. So when I juice, I don't juice the seeds because seeds, we can't juice seeds because over time the seeds in the apple juice can create arsenic acid in the body, which it can cause cancer and stuff like that. It turns into like a chemical in the body.
Okay.
So
And
that's
what
why I
are
take
you
them out.
actually
It's called a decorer. That's just, it's like a hand. You get the one with the handle and you open it because sometimes when you go to the side, you can open it and get it all out. So I'm taking the core out of the apples before I juice it. Yeah.
We gotta get to the core thing.
The core thing. So we're gonna put the apples in to start them up. And like I said earlier, you can just let it go.
So you don't aggressive. You're using more aggressive with them apples.
So is this something that you do on a stressful day to relieve stress or?
No. I juice weekly. I make a gallon of juice for the house every week. So we all need to drink a juice a day, pretty much. And, I make orders and things like that, but it is de-stressing when I do it. I have my music and
apple
on
in
it.
there.
But for the most part, it is really like when you find the juicer that you like, and with the pads, y'all, I just cut the stem off pretty much. Everything else can just go in here.
So a lot of times I see people actually give instructions to cut the fruit off. Why is it this particular juicer why you didn't have to cut the apple?
Yeah. These I like machines that you can put the whole fruit in. You don't have to, because it just makes it easy.
I like that it's quiet. I don't like those loud.
Yeah, I have another one that's very loud, but that also had metal. The grinders are metal, so it's like it is real loud.
Now there's some people who say you should remove the pulp, do something different with the pulp. What do you think of the pulp?
The pulp. Oh yeah. So with the pulp, there's many things you can make. People make like snacks from it. Like they'll take it and dehydrate it, or not freeze dry, but use a dehydrator. Actually, I'm gonna try that. I'm actually waiting on the sheets that you use to put in the dehydrator. Yeah, to see, because I have one at home, just to see what it do. Because I seen people make croquettes and little veggie crisp and stuff. Yeah.
My mouth, sorry.
I know.
I hope you didn't hear my mouth.
Everybody look alike.
Where's those focus?
My mouth got juicy.
You got the juice now.
Right. But this is called Hydro Boost. I call it Hydro Boost because it has more celery than everything else. But the other fibers are in balance with water as well. This helps lower your sodium in your body. It actually, fiber. Of course, this is all water, so you won't definitely be hydrated with it. Vitamin C, K, A.
Oh, that looks really good.
Yes. So, like a lot of people say, too much of anything is not good for you. Is it possible to overjuice?
It's just this drink. I mean, it is recommended no more than 32 ounces a day. Okay, 32 ounces. So then your body, I mean, if you got a lot of bowel, you will just start going and going. So don't overdo it. Everything is always in moderation. Right.
So, sorry. So when you're loading the fruit or vegetables into your juicer, can you overload it?
Yeah, the top will pop up.
Okay, so you can't just keep putting stuff in there expecting it to do.
Yeah, then you gotta release the juice out, and but if you put this will let you know when it's too much fruit in there. It won't even let you put the top down. With your other machines, it'll get stuck, or this even sometimes get stuck, especially when I'm dealing with like carrots and stuff. Sometimes they get caught up. So I'm gonna pour some of this.
Never think that fruit has that much juice in it.
Yes. So this is pretty much the this is the hydro boost. I'm gonna give y'all some. Y'all can taste it.
Yay, the pom-pom.
You want one, Terrell? Cameraman, you want one, Chris?
I sure do.
I almost think of instructions.
Everyone, this is the Chris and the Terrell who would not stretch for us.
That's
Come and show yourself to the camera.
I was just in the camera. I'm good.
Did you show your face?
No, I didn't. I'll make sure to cut it out too.
I'll post a picture of it.
He actually good.
Oh, this is delicious.
Oh my goodness, it's nice and sweet. It's like you can taste everything.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
And the celery is really
You can
the
taste
stronger of
And
the
that's
Yeah.
good because usually I'm not a celery person. Like even when they bring it on my plate, it's garnished when I order certain.
Oh no, I like it.
I never eat it because I'm not a celery person, but this is delicious.
Yeah, and then so one of these, I always promote one juice a day. I mean, you don't have to drink it throughout the day. One juice a day, early in the morning, first thing on your stomach in the morning. So, a lot of times, we don't realize when we sleep, we fasting. So when we wake up and we pile our bodies down with all that heavy food and stuff, you actually making your body sluggish. And then we call it itis. It's not. It's your body using all that energy to digest. So starting your body off with something like this in the morning will leave space in your body, and it'll burn some of that inflammation and clean you out a little bit, so it'll give you like a clean slate. Then when you eat, by the end of the day, you go to bed. Not saying what you eat in that day, you pooping out that night. A lot of times what we pooping out is what we had the day before.
So just for the viewers, this particular juice is apples, plain apples, red apples, pears, any particular type of pear?
Yeah. This is a box pear. I use a box. Box pears to me kind of juice a little better than the giant or it's Barlett. Sometimes they get mushy a little bit. These give more juice off. I play around with stuff too, I don't never set my mind on one thing. I always try to get other stuff, try other things too.
I didn't sit it there.
Excuse me, can you pass the Glossier? Sorry, I've always wanted to say that.
No, we were serious, juice lady.
No, really.
Okay, Glossier? So what's this?
No, not Cavassier. I said, come here, juice lady, for some more.
They showing off today, y'all.
Terrell, no need to scarf yours down.
I'm gonna come get some more.
Man, do we have to share? No, seriously, do we have to show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He answered for you.
You want more water?
Absolutely. Can I get a refill?
I'll sit at the bar. You must
Just
be
can I
looking
get a
out.
refill?
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, so
This is really delicious.
this is juicing.
So my question, we know that there's different kinds of juices, different tastes that a person may be going for. Do you recommend, if you're working on something specific for your body, that you stick with one particular juice? Or are there certain juices that you would recommend for certain things? Like if you're looking for brain health, something to make you think better, something that make you, if you're in school and you're it's hard to focus, are there certain juices that you recommend for that?
Well, brain fog is pretty much a sign of either dehydration. So any juice, would pretty much help. Any juice. If you cleansing, more fruit, because fruits are cleansers and vegetables are like builders. So, yeah. But celery is a special type. It's different because it has all that water in it and it's good for the body.
Okay. So I sometimes participate in juice challenges, and what that pretty much consists of is you make the pledge or commitment to only have fruits and vegetables either raw or you can steam them a little bit for about 7 to 14 days. Are there, well, I know there are side effects, but for the beginner person that's never done juicing at all, what are some of the normal side effects that they can expect to experience?
Some people can get nauseous and throw up because a lot of people have a lot of toxins and they vomit. They come straight back up. But after they do that and they go back, it'll be alright. It's just getting that whatever is sitting in that esophagus area.
So it's like an initial purge of the body.
What else? That's mainly it that I had heard of. I never really read about any other ones. That's pretty much it. This being, oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I was in headaches.
Headaches. Okay, yeah. See, cameraman is he's a nutritionist too, y'all. So actually, Terrell, you can help us with some of these questions. So, juicing, as far as juicing, what Nicole said, like you said, headaches, whatever symptoms. Because that's the only.
I've experienced cramp and some body ache, but of course it was my first time I had ever done it. So yes, I experienced headaches, nausea. I even had some irritability. I was like, don't talk to me. I'm juicing. I can't have any real food. Yeah, like I'm just being honest because I see people in a group that I'm in and they throw in the towel with getting through that 3, 4 or however many day stretch because those physical experiences are uncomfortable for them.
Like your body going through a withdrawal or something, like detox in a way. Jitters. I'm thinking since you said that, you might get jitters, cramps in your stomach because you're used to eating. It could give you gas, air pockets. It all depends what is in. But I'm gonna look more into that just to see because I never really even thought about that aspect.
I would assume that your body would go through some sort of withdrawal, especially if you're used to eating a lot of meat, if you're used to snack foods or anything. I mean, it's definitely gonna. And how much is that? Do you think is mine?
Yeah, mental.
Oh, I don't know.
It's
I haven't done the research to be able to definitively say what the percentage of that experience is, but it's definitely mental. It's like that person that's trying to detox off of any type of illicit substance.
Right.
Their body has become dependent, reliant on it, and now you're trying to condition your body to believe it doesn't need it, and you're denying it. You're not going to give it. And I think I shared one time with you, Bree, that when I was in school, going from grad school to post-grad school and having to stay up late and work on my dissertation, I started drinking coffee. I was like 5-7 cups a day. It is so much so when I finished with my doctorate program, I tried to stop drinking coffee. I was angry. I was shaking. I was sweating. And come to find out from my doctor, she was like, you are experiencing withdrawal from caffeine. I was having not a small or medium. It was a large cup.
Wow.
And for the viewers, I don't want you to give up when you start anything, especially juicing. I enjoy juicing now, and I look forward to it. But just some awareness that these are some of the things, or some people don't experience it at all. But just in case you're experiencing these things, one, before you do anything, reach out to your doctor. You know, get medical support and education. Also, get in a habit of, before you're purchasing from a juicer, interview them. No, you want to know, and you should know that they know what they're talking about, because they should be educating you on some of the potential side effects that you may be experiencing.
If I'm going to, because we go to a lot of juice bars in New York, and one thing I can say about all of the bars up there, I wish they had more here.
They need more. That's why I'm striving to get mine, y'all. So just keep a look out. Juice Whirl.
I'm gonna be praying on that for you. But I can say that each and every bar that we go to, juice bar that we go to, the people are so knowledgeable. Not just have everything posted on the board, but they can actually tell you, well, if you use this, put a little ginger, add a little this and this, beetroot, all that stuff. They're able to actually articulate each and everything that each vegetable or fruit does. So you're right, it's definitely important to do your research. Or even if you're not doing reading up on it, stand in a establishment and just watch what their customers say, what they do, watch how they operate, and that'll determine for you whether that is the place that you want to do business as far as juicing, because at the end of the day, it is your body.
Right.
You know?
I mean, what I like most about you, Bree, is that not only do you give the nutritional component, but you give that body movement component. So another announcement is that she will also be launching Shop Talk 2.0, which will be encompassing that body movement part. Because I think a lot of times people think, oh, I can just do this eating fad, or I can just do this workout fad, and I don't have to do anything. And again, I'm going to continue to echo that you have to first work on the mindset.
The mindset, right.
You have to have the mental buy-in with anything, and then wellness encompasses emotional, financial, spiritual, physical. It encompasses so much more than just not eating fried foods, not not eating carbs. You have to do more than one thing. So.
It starts with the mind. So y'all, thank you for taking time for us, setting space aside for yourself, to learn a little more about the body, taking time with us to hear our views, and prayerfully you all have some questions. Hopefully I can see some comments on here for those that have listened and might, be interested in knowing more about juice, or just knowing more about Shop Talk as a whole. Like we said, if you want an interview, or you have questions and you want to read live, or you want us to come out and speak, or whatever it is, just email us at 123shoptalk@gmail.com, or the numbers, the phone numbers. Yeah, we'll post them in the comment section. Yeah.
So as always, thank you for your time. I am Dr. Nicole Wagner. Love yourself, love each other, do so unapologetically.
And I am Wanda Reed, and as I always say, or I'm going to start saying it today, y'all, because I don't always say it.
She's so honest.
So honest, girl. What is a good thing, though?
I'm going to say we all have to
get yourself together.
Because y'all, come on.
You did it.
You took me out of my mode.
Now we got to start over.
Okay, go.
As always, I am Dr. Nicole Wagner. Love you so much.
Come on, you
we
have
gonna
to
get
be
it right.
serious. Okay.
Take 3. As always, I am Dr.
I'm done.
Dr. Nicole West, look, we tell y'all get unscripted. This is who we are on and off camera. Listen, I'm Dr. Nicole. Love yourself, love each other, do so unapologetically.
I'm Wanda. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm
sorry.
sorry to give y'all a boost.
I'm sorry. I'm Wanda, and I'm just going to say that we are ambassadors over our own body. Don't listen always to what other people are saying. Their experience has been with certain things. Try it for yourself. Try it for at least 2 weeks to 30 days, as Bree was saying. We all know it takes you about 2 weeks to develop a habit.
Right.
So at least give it 14 days. And as always, be good to yourself. Be good to others. And thank you for watching.
Yes, and I am Bree the Juice Lady. Love you all. Take care of yourself. Peace and love.
Bye.
See y'all next time.
Get juicing.
We got the juice now.
We
got the juice now.
You want me to let this roll?
I'm a customer. Yeah, I go.
Okay.
So she don't know.
This
Now,
is
can you
so
stop mine too? Oh, wait a minute.
Wait,
It
sure.
was good. It was delicious.
Wanda, can you do it?
Thank
Because
you.
you know how to do it. It's on TikTok.
Oh.
Mine.
Oh, the X in the upper right corner. Upper right corner, X. See it?
I don't see an X. I see a power button.
Okay, that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
He said,
Well, yeah.
I don't see an X. And I see a power button. For sure.